My beloved soul, welcome. I want to begin with open arms and a warm embrace of words that reach into the deepest places of your heart. You are here right now because it is not by accident. It is by divine design. You have been guided to this moment, to this message, to this very breath of life that is speaking to you now. And before we dive deeply into the mystery and revelation of what God has prepared for you, let me ask you gently, with love, to subscribe and remain connected, so that your soul continues to be nourished, so that the path you walk will always have a light to guide it. This is not simply about listening once. This is about walking in the journey of faith, of revelation, of divine truth together. So pause, open your heart, subscribe, and let's move together in the flow of God's whisper to you. Now listen closely. There is something profound unfolding. You have long wondered about love, about companionship, about the surprising ways God moves when it comes to the joining of two souls. For you have seen seasons of waiting. You have known the weight of silence. You have carried questions about why love sometimes delays, why some doors remain closed while others seem too far to reach. And yet, in this stillness, God has been weaving. In this silence, heaven has been speaking. And what is about to be revealed to you will stir you in ways you never expected. God says that someone much younger than you, a soul filled with freshness, innocence, and yet carrying wisdom far beyond their years, has been set apart to walk into your life. This is not by accident. This is not by mistake. This is not an error of time. It is a divine orchestration, a divine arrangement that will not look like the patterns you have known, nor the stories you have heard from others. This is a unique signature of God's handwriting on your destiny. The age difference will not matter, for what God binds, no hand can unbind. What God joins, no critic can divide. And when this person steps into your life, you will feel something unexpected, something that shakes the ground beneath your assumptions. You will feel as though God Himself has pulled away the veil and whispered, "This is the one." And the name of this person, when it is revealed, will shock you. It will be a name that perhaps you overlooked, a name you did not connect with your destiny, a name that will echo in your spirit once it comes. And you will remember this moment, this word, this prophecy. You will remember that God spoke it before your eyes saw it. There are times when love does not fit into the boundaries society draws. There are times when heaven designs something that looks unusual, even misunderstood by the eyes of men, but perfectly aligned in the sight of God. Do not fear the judgment of others. Do not fear the whispers that will come when people see that this person is much younger than you. For what is young in number may be ancient in spirit. What is fresh in age may be timeless in wisdom. God does not look as man looks. God does not measure with the ruler of years. He measures with the scale of hearts. And I tell you this today, your waiting has not been wasted. Your longing has not been in vain. Every tear, every night of wondering if you would ever truly be loved with purity and passion, every time you felt overlooked or forgotten, it was a seed planted in the soil of your destiny. And now God is bringing the rain. Now He is calling forth the harvest. You are about to see that He was listening all along. Think of how stars shine. They do not ask permission to light up the night. They simply glow because it is their nature. So it is with the person who is coming into your life. They will not need to prove their worthiness. They will simply love you with a radiance that cannot be denied. And that love will feel like light pouring into the cracks of your heart, into the hidden places you thought no one would ever touch. This love will not be casual. It will not be shallow. It will not be the kind of connection that flickers and fades. It will be anchored in the eternal voice of God. You will feel both safety and surprise. You will feel both comfort and the thrill of discovery. You will find yourself marveling at how God can use someone younger to teach you about timeless love. I want you to understand something deeper. The shocking name is not only about the letters you will hear. It is about the meaning God has woven into that name. For every name carries a story, and the name of the one coming into your life will carry both prophecy and promise. It will be a name that reflects not only their identity, but your destiny. When you hear it, when you see it, something in your soul will awaken. It will be as if a bell that was silent for years suddenly begins to ring. And when that bell rings, you will know that the wait is over. You will know that the prayers have reached their fullness. You will know that what God whispered in secret has now been unveiled in light. And this unveiling will not be quiet. It will not be hidden. It will be evident, undeniable, like dawn breaking after the darkest night. So open your heart. Do not be afraid of what looks unusual. Do not resist the flow of what seems unconventional. For the very thing you thought could never happen is the very thing God delights in doing. He delights in overturning your expectations. He delights in showing that His ways are higher, His thoughts are deeper, His timing is perfect. And as you prepare for this, take courage. Continue to walk in love. Continue to cultivate patience. Continue to trust, even when you do not see clearly. For the hand of God is moving pieces into place, aligning seasons, weaving stories, and soon the tapestry will reveal its beauty. This is the beginning of the revelation. This is the dawn of what you have longed for. This is the word that plants hope deep into your spirit. Someone much younger than you is about to step into your life, and the name they carry will shock you, not because it is strange, but because it is divine. When God prepares a gift for you, He often hides it in plain sight, waiting for the right moment to reveal it. The person who is about to enter your life may already be within the circle of your destiny, yet unnoticed. They may be walking their path quietly, not realizing that every step they take is leading them closer to you. You may have even crossed paths before, and yet your eyes were not open to see them for who they truly are. But when God decides to lift the veil, everything changes. There will be a day when what felt ordinary will suddenly shine with extraordinary meaning. A simple conversation will carry weight. A passing moment will echo with destiny. And you will realize that God has been orchestrating a love story that is greater than your imagination. The person much younger than you who is meant to marry, you will not feel like a stranger when they come. They will feel like recognition, like remembering someone you had been waiting to meet your entire life. This recognition will not come from appearances alone, though their presence will carry a beauty and freshness that glows. It will come from the connection of souls, from the invisible thread God ties between hearts. That thread cannot be broken by age, by distance, or by doubt. It is strong because it was woven in eternity before you were even born. Do not think that the difference in years makes the bond fragile, for the spirit within them carries wisdom beyond their age, a wisdom that balances with your journey, a wisdom that fills the spaces where you longed for understanding, and in turn, your depth of experience will meet their strength of newness. Together, You will form a union that is balanced, complementary, and whole. Many will not understand. Some will question, some will wonder, some will whisper. But you are not called to please the world. You are called to walk in the will of God. And the will of God is always stronger than the noise of people. The love you are about to receive will be a testimony. It will show others that God writes stories no man can erase, and that when He blesses two souls to join, it is not bound by earthly calculations. Think of the beauty of water flowing through rivers. A river does not ask the mountain if it is too high to climb. It simply finds its way, weaving, moving, persistent, until it reaches the ocean. Love, when it is authored by God, flows the same way. It does not ask permission from doubts. It does not halt at obstacles. It does not wither in the face of fear. It moves forward. It finds its course. It reaches its fulfillment. You will see in this person a reflection of your prayers. You will hear in their words the echoes of what you once asked God for in silence. You will sense in their heart the very qualities you longed for but thought impossible to find. They will carry kindness that heals your wounds, patience that eases your fears, and joy that lights up the shadows of your past. Their laughter will become your comfort, and their touch will remind you that love can be both tender and strong. And when the name is revealed to you, it will settle into your soul like a seed finding its soil. The name will shock you not because it is unknown, but because it will suddenly bloom with meaning. It may be a name you dismissed before, or a name you never imagined tied to your destiny. But when it arrives, it will come alive. You will look at this person, speak their name, and feel a power in it that you cannot explain. For names are not accidents. Names carry spiritual weight, and the name of the one destined for you carries both promise and prophecy. God often hides His treasures in unexpected places. The one younger than you will not only bring love, but also transformation. They will awaken in you parts of your soul that had fallen asleep. They will stir dreams you thought had passed their time. They will remind you that life does not grow, dim with years, but shines brighter when touched by true love. With them, you will feel youth renewed, not in body alone, but in spirit, in joy, in passion for living. The union will not only bless you, it will bless others. People will look at you and wonder how such love is possible, how such harmony can exist despite difference. And your story will inspire them. It will show them that when God speaks, He fulfills. When God writes, He finishes. When God joins, it lasts. Be patient in this unfolding. For just as a flower does not bloom all at once, this story will open in its own season. You are walking into that season now. You are standing at the threshold of what you prayed for. Though you may not see the full picture yet, trust the process. For the hand of God never delays and never makes mistakes. Your heart may question if you are ready. You may feel unprepared for such a sudden shift. But God does not call the ready. He makes ready the called. And you are called to receive this gift. You are called to open your heart to this love. You are called to walk boldly into the new chapter written for you. Do not hold back out of fear of what people will say. Do not dim your joy to make others comfortable. For this love is not for them, it is for you, and it is for the glory of the one who made it possible. And when the moment comes, when the name is spoken, when the face stands before you, you will know beyond doubt that it was heaven's plan all along. This love will not be shallow romance. It will be covenant. It will be rooted, planted, unshakable. Together you will rise. Together you will walk. Together you will show what it means when God is the author of a marriage. And in that moment of realization, when you look at them and see the reflection of God's promise, you will whisper thanks. You will know that you are not alone, that you are not forgotten, that every season of waiting was leading to this blessing. And your heart will be filled with peace, with joy, with awe at the goodness of God. There comes a time in life when the pieces you never understood begin to align. Every unanswered question, every delay, every door that seemed to close suddenly makes sense in the light of what God was preparing. You may look back and realize that the loneliness you once hated was actually the soil where God planted patience. You may see that the heartbreaks you thought would destroy you were really clearing space for a love that could endure. The person, much younger than you, who is coming into your life will carry with them the answers you did not even know you were seeking. They will fit into the empty places of your heart, not by effort, but by grace. It will feel natural, effortless, as if your soul had been waiting for their soul, as if the universe had paused until the two of you could stand face to face. This kind of union is rare. It does not happen because two people stumbled upon each other by chance. It happens because heaven had already written the chapter, because destiny had already carved out the path. And when you meet them, you will feel that sacred inevitability. You will know this is not coincidence. This is not accident. This is not ordinary. This is divine. You may notice how their spirit will refresh you. They will bring laughter back into your days, color back into your vision, music back into your silence. You will find yourself smiling at things you had forgotten to enjoy. You will notice how their energy stirs your own, how their passion awakens dreams in you that you thought time had buried. And you will see how your wisdom gives them grounding, how your patience balances their fire, how together you become whole in a way you could not be alone. The shocking name that accompanies this soul will not only surprise you, but also carry a whisper of destiny. When you speak it, it will not feel like just a name. It will feel like a key unlocking a door, a key that has been in your hand without you knowing what it opened. Suddenly you will see that it opens the door of companionship, the door of promise, the door of future. That name will echo in your spirit long after it leaves your lips. It will linger like a melody that cannot be forgotten. Some will question, some will resist. Some may even try to discourage you because the ways of God often confuse the minds of men. But you must hold on to the peace that God gives, the peace that is not shaken by opinion. For love that is born of heaven cannot be destroyed by the doubts of earth. Your task is not to explain or defend. Your task is to receive with gratitude and walk with courage. In this relationship, you will not only be loved, you will be healed. The cracks in your soul, the hidden wounds from past seasons, the scars you carried quietly, will find comfort in their care. Their gentleness will restore you. Their joy will mend you. Their loyalty will remind you that love is not meant to break. It is meant to build. You will finally breathe in the freedom of being seen, cherished, and chosen. And they, too, will find healing in you. For though they are younger in years, they have carried burdens that only a heart of wisdom can soothe. Your presence will be their safety. Your words will be their guide. your touch will be their home. Together, you will not only walk side by side, but grow side by side, lifting each other higher, pulling each other closer to the fullness of God's design. Do not be surprised when joy overflows in this union, for where God plants love, joy follows like sunlight after rain. There will be moments when you will marvel at how natural it feels, how quickly your heart accepts what your mind once questioned. There will be moments when silence between you speaks louder than words, when simply being in their presence fills you with peace. And there will be moments when you feel the hand of God so strongly that you know beyond any shadow of doubt, this is it. This is the answer. This is the one. The journey will not always be easy, for every love must grow through challenges, but the foundation will be so strong, the roots so deep, that storms will only strengthen you. Every trial will teach you to hold tighter. Every difficulty will remind you of the value of what you have. And through it all, the bond will deepen, the love will mature, and the covenant will stand unbroken. You will see how your union impacts others, friends, family. Even strangers will look at you and feel hope. They will see in you the evidence that God's timing is perfect, that His gifts are worth the wait, that His ways surpass all human reasoning. Your story will become a light to others who doubt, a testimony to those who wonder if love is still possible for them. And through it all, you will give glory to God, for you will know that no human hand could have written such a story. No human plan could have drawn such a design. This is heaven's doing. This is God's answer. This is love purified, love sanctified, love blessed by the Eternal One. So let your heart remain open. Let your spirit remain expectant. Walk forward, not in fear, but in faith. For the one much younger than you, carrying the name that will shock you, is drawing near. The seasons are aligning. The paths are converging. The time is unfolding. And soon, very soon, what you only believed in will stand before your very eyes. And when that day comes, you will not question, you will not doubt, you will not hesitate, you will simply know. This is what God promised. This is what heaven whispered. This is what my heart was waiting for. And in that knowing, you will find peace, you will find joy, you will find love in its truest form. There is a sacred beauty in the way God brings two lives together. It is never rushed, never careless, never random. Every detail is woven, every thread is guided, every step is aligned. And now, as your spirit leans forward into what is coming, you can feel the weight of this promise resting on you. Someone much younger than you is being prepared, shaped, molded, and guided toward you. And when they appear, it will not feel sudden. It will feel destined. You will look into their eyes and see not just youth but depth. You will hear their laughter and recognize not just joy but healing. You will speak their name, that name that shocks you, and it will feel like touching something holy. That name will become like a song on your lips, a prayer without words, a melody that carries you into peace. And though others may not understand, you will not live for their understanding. You will live for the peace God has given you. You will live for the love He has placed in your hands. You will live for the covenant He has written in heaven. For this love will not be ordinary. It will be a sign, a testimony, a living parable of how God's ways are higher than man's ways. In their presence, you will feel younger not in years, but in spirit. You will feel joy unburdened, laughter unforced, hope unshaken. They will remind you that life is not measured by age, but by the quality of love you carry. They will remind you that the soul does not grow old, it only deepens. And together, your souls will shine with a light that neither time nor trial can dim. There will be days when you marvel at how well you fit together, how their strength meets your need, how your wisdom nurtures their growth. There will be nights when silence between you feels like communion, when simply being near each other fills you with peace. There will be moments when you both sense the hand of God, as though heaven itself leans close to bless your union. This love will become a refuge. In their embrace, you will feel at home. In your words, they will find direction. In your faith, they will find strength. And in your bond, the two of you will find not only love, but purpose. For this union will not only bless you both, it will ripple outward, touching lives, inspiring others, drawing hearts toward God by the example of what He can do. The shocking name will not remain a mystery forever. Soon, it will be revealed. And when it is, you will see how perfectly it fits, how it carries history and prophecy, how it seals the bond between you. You will understand that nothing was random, nothing was wasted, nothing was delayed. Every step you walked, every tear you shed, every prayer you whispered in the quiet was part of this great unveiling. And when you stand together, you will not feel the weight of the years between you. You will feel the strength of the covenant above you. You will not hear the voices of critics. You will hear the voice of peace within you. You will not question if this was right. You will know that this was always meant to be. So lift your head and let your heart be expectant. Do not dwell on fear. Do not linger in doubt. Do not waste energy on the opinions of those who cannot see what God has shown you. Focus instead on the promise, on the beauty, on the love that is already making its way to you. Because the story is not in the future. It is unfolding even now. Every day brings you closer. Every moment draws the thread tighter. Every prayer waters the seed that is about to bloom. And soon, your eyes will see what your spirit already knows. Soon your hands will hold what your heart already feels. Soon, you will step into the fullness of what heaven has written. And when that moment comes, you will give thanks. You will give thanks for the waiting, for the pain, for the silence, because you will see that none of it was wasted. You will give thanks for the younger soul who now stands beside you, not as a surprise, but as a fulfillment. You will give thanks for the shocking name that once startled you, but now fills you with peace. And above all, you will give thanks for the author who wrote this story so beautifully. This is not just marriage. This is destiny. This is not just love. This is covenant. This is not just companionship. This is the unveiling of God's goodness, the living testimony that He remembers His children, that He hears their prayers, that He gives not only what is asked, but what is beyond imagination. So rest, beloved soul. Rest in hope, rest in faith, rest in the assurance that the promise is real. Someone much younger than you is coming, chosen for you, prepared for you, destined for you. And when they arrive, their name will carry the shock of heaven's mystery and the comfort of heaven's truth. And as you walk hand in hand into this, Future, your heart will overflow with the simple but eternal truth. God is faithful. His timing is perfect. His love never fails.